Our next guest, a familiar face to many people in America, Kari Lake, had a very lucrative, big job in journalism, in news. She left her career to enter politics in an effort to fight for the issues that she and many Americans believe in. And now President Donald Trump has chosen Kari to lead the Voice of America. Please welcome in the nominee for the director of Voice of America, Kari Lake. It's good to see you, Kari. Thanks for being with us on Newsline today.
Thank you. Good to be with you. I'm looking forward to, every day is a new day with this administration where amazing things are happening. And I don't know about you, I wake up like it's Christmas morning every day.
Yeah, every day momentous change in such a short amount of time. And then we see, of course, the left just having a meltdown because it's not the same old in Washington. You know, you have probably a really strong vision on the Voice of America. Let's talk about your plans. This is a network that also includes the international stage as well. So what an opportunity here in a time when truth and transparency has never been more important, Kari.
That's right. Well, I think people don't realize that Voice of America is broadcast outside of America, telling the story of America. It's not meant to be broadcast to the people of this country. It's meant to be broadcast to the people of the world. And so we want to make sure that we're telling the story of America, about our freedom, talking about our freedom, our liberty, and covering this administration with accuracy and comprehensively. You know, so many people are getting their news from Twitter, but there's places all over the world where they don't have reliable information. So we want to make sure we're putting out reliable, solid information on what's happening and what's happening here in America as well.
Yeah, we see actually conservatism on the rise around the globe. And, that's why it's so disturbing when we see stories like this one. The head of the FCC is now investigating a San Francisco radio station. This is unbelievable. Carr is very concerned, Brendan Carr, that they were actually not just sharing live locations of ICE officials, but even down to details, Kari, of vehicle descriptions. And I'm not surprised, I'm sure not either, that it was George Soros. You know, these broadcast licenses, as Brendan Carr said, they're not sacred cows. And when they're using them to actually do things that, who knows in a raid what that information could have done to one of our federal officials and the danger of that. Unacceptable. Your reaction to this report?
I actually, a week ago when I was here on Newsmax, and you played the sound from that radio clip, and it was literally describing what the ICE agents were driving down to the detail to warn people. They were putting these law enforcement officers and ICE agents' lives at risk by putting out this information. And this radio station was aiding and abetting criminals. And I believe that they should have their license yanked. How dare they do that? These licenses are given out to radio stations and television stations. And we're finding out that a lot of these media outlets have been lying to us, misleading us. And now we're learning that they're getting money from our own taxpayer dollars that are going to some of these outlets. It's reprehensible what's happening. And I'm glad that Brendan Carr, incredible, he's heading the FCC now, is going to take a look at this. Soros bought 250 radio stations. It was all rushed through before this administration made it in. It was rushed through as one of the final acts against this country that Biden and his administration inflicted on us. And I think that needs to be looked at once again a little bit closer. If this man right here, who's done so much harm to our country, is the one controlling the narrative.
One of the wildest things we've seen this week was this news conference on the left, and they're targeting Elon Musk now because he has done so much when it comes to exposing some of the issues and buying Twitter. Here is some of the outlandish and unhinged comments that they made, and scary stuff because I think they believe all this.
Elon Musk has got to go.
I'm here to simply say that Elon Musk, you're fired. Nobody elected Elon Musk to be president, but he has his grimy hands all over our administration.
This is a hostile takeover of our federal system.
They are working for Elon Musk and doing the bidding of an unelected, unaccountable, out of control billionaire puppet master.
We know that's not true. We know Donald Trump is controlling everything, and yet here they go with their fear-mongering and misinformation, Kari.
Truly. And, none of them are talking about what Elon Musk has revealed to us. They're not talking about the $260 million that has funded George Soros. They're not talking about the tens of millions of dollars that have gone to places like Politico, the New York Times. They're not talking about the transgender opera that cost millions of dollars that they were trying to start up in Colombia, and the push of DEI all across the globe. They're not talking about the waste that Elon has been able to uncover. They just want him out. And I believe the reason they want him out is, remember, this is just the first agency he's taking a look at. He's combing through with a fine-tooth comb. Wait till we get to the other agencies. We're going to find out that there have been crimes committed. These are crimes. This is stealing our hard-earned money to put out on these ridiculous, outrageous programs overseas and here domestically as well.
They can scream and shout all they want, but that's right. It is happening, and transparency is coming. There was a win, though, for woke, censorship, and DEI. I want to get your reaction to this story. Microsoft now telling Senator Ted Cruz it has no relationship anymore with the left-wing so-called media monitor group Newsguard. Also, Newsguard, Kari, we learned, is now being instructed to stop using Microsoft's name on its website. Obviously, a big win in conservative censorship, as this was a Democratic operative trying to grade news sites and mislead Americans. And it went down to even targeting ad dollars. It was economic warfare. Looks like there's a win here, though, with the severing of Microsoft's backing.
Yeah, I wish it would have come earlier, and I wish that the people who lead up Microsoft would have known better than to fund this. But what has happened, and now we need to move forward. We don't need these outlets that telling us what news site we can trust and what news site we can't. We have to use our own critical thinking, and we can tell when somebody is feeding us a line. And this has been used, as you said, as a way, not lawfare, but in a way like lawfare, as a weaponized agency or weaponized outlet, I should say, that was trying to take away the money that comes in through advertisers of legitimate sites that were putting out legitimate information to actually censor. It was really meant to censor. If you can cut the advertising dollars coming into a small or medium-sized independent journalistic outlet, you can actually destroy it and kill it. So their information can't get out, and alternative information can't get out there compared to the narrative that they've been pushing, the woke narrative and their agenda.
Yeah, well, now it looks like there's a lot of change happening, thank goodness, under this new administration. And the Voice of America has a new leader. I know you still have to go through the process, but we're looking forward to seeing your next chapter. Kari Lake, thank you so much for being with us right here today.
Thank you, Bianca.